Good morning. I am Morning Mike on this Throwback Thursday morning, and we're right now throwing it back with a little bit of history as we chat with Bill Scurato. Bill, the founder of the Country Gate Players in Belvedere, but now also an author as well. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Doing well. How are you today?
I'm trying to keep warm, but I'm doing okay.
That is good, Bill. I guess the interesting thing, I don't know where to start on this. Whether to have you talk about Country Gate. Let's talk about what made you decide to write a book about the experience.
Well, Mike, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I mean, my wife and I had this idea of starting this community theater when we were still in college, which, believe it or not, was back in the late 60s. So I'm getting up there. And when we moved to, we graduated from college, and I landed in northwestern New Jersey as an educator, but we met some people who had similar interests of ours, and we started this community theater. And over these last 46 years, there's been a lot of stuff that's come down the road, and I thought it would be good to write it all down somehow. And it's certainly not all of it, but it's maybe some of the highlights. Mm-hmm. I also have two young granddaughters who I would also like to leave kind of for years down the road a record of who I was and what we did and the people that helped us accomplish what we did.
All right. So that sounds like a great idea. Now, the book came out, let's see, in November last year, which does not that long ago, all things considered. Right. And it is available on Amazon, yes?
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay.
It is.
Now, and you have a website, too, where people can learn more, correct?
That's right. It's BillScurato.com. Mm-hmm. And also you can get a lot of good information at countrygate.org if you're interested in knowing more about our theater.
Yes. Now, so yes, because we do, I do try whenever Country Gate has a performance going on, scheduled, I try and let people know about it here on RNJ.
Well, we appreciate that.
Well, I'm glad you do. But let's just start. So, I mean, it's one thing to say, hey, I want to start community theater, but
right.
How did the very beginning of this all come together for you?
Well, it's interesting. We met some people who, like I said, had similar interests. And so we decided to give this a try. We were based in Washington when we started out, and so we decided to hold auditions for a little-known play called Never Too Late. And so we had auditions at the Washington Borough Hall, the upstairs meeting room. We set up for 50 people to audition. We had 8 appear. So it just so happened that the play called for 8 actors. So everybody who showed up for an audition got a part.
Yay!
And yay! And it's continued since then. It's gotten, we started getting a following, and we started getting people auditioning from, all over, really, Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And, it's really been terrific. And after about 3 or 4 years in the Washington area, we had the opportunity, we met some people who were involved with the Belvedere Movie Theater, which was an old movie theater that was built in 1939. Mm-hmm. And we had the opportunity to take our presence known there. And we've been there ever since. And it's been quite a ride. We've had plenty of ups and downs. Superstorm Sandy wasn't too kind to us, and we've had a fire or two, but generally we've landed on our feet and things continue to go well. All right.
It is a fascinating story too, especially because it is a great community. I mean, in Belvedere, it's such a great community, a landmark and entity as well. I mean, not only the physical presence, but the fact that your organization, continues to do this year after year.
Oh yeah, Belvedere is a great little town. I mean, it's Norman Rockwell, I think, in many ways. The beautiful architecture, the Victorian architecture, the beautiful churches that they have there, and we like to think that we're kind of an important part of that community.
No, and you are indeed, really. But Bill, also, I mean, what is it about? And I haven't had a chance to read all the way through the book, but what is it about the theater that just so captures people and individuals like this?
I think it's a communal kind of a thing. Yes, part of our mission is to do good work and put together good productions, but it's also an opportunity for people to meet each other. We've had a number of couples who have met their spouses at our theater, and then had their children come and be part of our youth workshops that we've done, and we've had productions where entire families are involved in it, in the show. So we've had a lot of, I think it's really a community where we work with each other, learn from each other, and kind of become very good friends as well as, similar artists.
I also compare this sometimes as well to athletics. The number of people who participate in athletics, and Little League and all the very youth leagues or whatever it is, and then still there's high school. And then when it starts to narrow down, when you get to those who will go on and play as adults, either whether it's in college or in sports leagues around, and very few people actually make it to the pros, so to speak. Right. And it's the same thing with theater, I guess.
It's exactly the same.
Greatly talented people, but they're never going to be on Broadway. But this is an opportunity for them to use those talents and to still feel very, very involved.
Absolutely. It is a wonderful opportunity, and I'm always amazed at the wonderful talent that we are able to attract to our Playhouse. We're very much appreciative of that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So tell us what's coming. Are you still involved with the Country Gate? Yes?
Yes, I am. My daughter, Gina, has taken over the day-to-day mainstream operations of it, and she directs most of our productions now. But I'm still involved, and I do my best not to get too much in the way. But our 46th season will open in March. We'll be doing Sister Act. It's like a musical version of the Whoopi Goldberg movie. It was on Broadway several years ago, and we're looking forward to that. And we've got a good program coming up this year, I think.
That should be fun. All right, very good. And, of course, it is and the website, I can't remember it offhand.
Okay, the website is countrygate.org, and if you want more about me, it's billscurato.com.
Okay, and Scurato is spelled S-C-U-R-A-T-O. Bill, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some information up on our website with a link to yours, so folks
can get
to it quite easily.
That.
And again, to find out more about the book, it's called Makes a Man's Blood Pound. It is the story of the Bill Scurato in founding the Country Gate Players in Belvedere, community theater at its very, very finest. Bill, did we cover it all this morning?
I think we did. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You guys do a great job over there.
Well, thank you so much. You do a great job over there, too. And it is our pleasure to have you on this morning. And have yourself a great day and a great weekend, and certainly a great break a leg.
Thank you, Mike. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Again, a conversation with Bill Scurato, the author of Makes a Man's Blood Pound, a Theater Life. It is the story of the founding of the Country Gate Players in Belvedere and all that has gone on there in some 40 years of that community theater. Information for you, and as I mentioned again, I'll get info up on our website a little later on today. That's some information. It brings us up to 20 minutes in front of 10.